Greetings, Stan Daniels here. This is Notebook LM using Google. I went ahead and added a bunch of sources from Simple Search, Successful Small Business in a world driven by AI agents. And now I'm going to try the new Notebook LM slide deck. And it's going to generate some magic here. I'm going to pause while it does its thing. It's currently 11:13. A full 5 minutes has passed and I still don't have the slide deck. I foolishly started a second one, no way of canceling it. Curiously, the mind map tool works very quickly. If I click on that, the work will continue going on in the background. And okay, so it appears to be referencing this document over here. Um, and if I click into one of these, determine the market size, and it's actually kind of hard to read unless you zoom in. So, determine demand and market size. Theoretically, it's digging around in here. I'm not sure. Uh, okay, so now it's finding relevant information, looking at sources. Okay, so um, it's still loading data. I'm not quite sure exactly what. Let's see when I click on analyze competition competitive advantage. You can see it just keeps refreshing over here, which makes it difficult to use. Maybe it's because it's still working. And okay, so here is, I don't know what this is. Oh, this is an infographic, I guess. Oh my goodness. Um, that's pretty, that's pretty good. It only has two phases. Um, you have some errors here, slashes. I think that's supposed to be slashes. Uh, Customer service triage, lead qualification, fairness, security, transparency, accountability. It looks pretty good in terms of text. Whether or not this is accurate, this is a business model map, business model canvas, yeah. Let's see if I can zoom in. So customer services, whatever that is, of synergies. Um, Bus route squares, I don't know what that is. This is clearly not SVG, which is a shame because SVG would be very useful here. It says raster. I don't know why raster, or I don't know why SVG is not used more often. Um, close this viewer, and you can see it's still working on my slide deck. Let's go back to the mind map. Okay, and then it opens up this side here again, which makes this mind map rather difficult to read. All right, so legal and compliance, and that you can see it keeps loading over and over, which makes it very difficult to use again. Uh, Theoretically, it's finished loading. All right, and I don't know. Oh, NIST framework. I don't see that over here. I think I clicked on legal compliance. I don't see NIST in here. Risk management. All right, I'm going to go with data protection and privacy at the very top and see what it looks like. Again, it's hard to read because it keeps loading. Theoretically, if I scroll to the top of this, it should, oh, what it's doing is it's pulling all of this. This is an MD file, and this is referencing the root of the MD file somewhere. Um, and okay, so I think I understand how they're loading the code, but it doesn't make it easier to read unless I'm supposed to read from top to bottom. Successful small business, and let's see. All right, so effectively, that's what it's doing. I click on this. I click on this, and it starts to load all the other stuff. Video overview, mind map. Let's see if my slides are generated. Okay, so now here are my slides, and okay, let's delete. Entrepreneur's journey, follow three strategic phases: blueprint, launch, accelerate. So problem worth solving. Oh, fixing a violin string is definitely a problem worth solving. Search social media setup, direct interviews, competitive analysis. Okay, here we have the business model canvas. Uh, and these are all images. So they're not actually Google Slides. If I download them, what does it look like? It comes down as a PDF, not as a Google slide. Very interesting. All right. So there it is. Now theoretically, I can delete these objects once they're finished. And so I've generated a number of files. This is the slides. This is some sort of infographic when it loads. There appears to be only one document here. And you can see that it doesn't handle small text or small print very well. It makes it pretty, but it doesn't undercharge vanity delegate. Huh. And learn to delegate. But it uses the red. Okay, so maybe the question mark is indicate that you should know how to delegate. Okay, and fairness, security, transparency, accountability. Interesting. All right, that's Google Notebook LM generated a slideshow, a infographic, and a mind map that I find quite difficult to navigate. So NIST. Okay, so let's see if it starts. Yeah, now it starts loading again, and it's very difficult to read. All right, thanks for watching, and have a good